Over the past 8 years, Final Fantasy Union has continued to produce regular content about the Final Fantasy franchise. Our sole objective has been to try and educate, inform, and in general, just allow people to have something enjoyable to watch in relation to the franchise we hopefully all love. Many of you know that throughout that time though, Final Fantasy Union has been a side hustle. The objective was always to have it be self-sustaining, able to pay its own way, so to speak. To start with, this was achieved by everything being done by Lauren and myself. But as our professional and personal lives have evolved, so too did the channel, and we've tried to adapt along with its growth. To ensure we could continue to put out quality content on a regular basis, we hired a team of freelancers to help support in areas where we neither had the time nor skills to deliver what needed to be done. This created a successful little ecosystem that has worked up until now. But that then brings us on to the main purpose of this video, as a spanner was thrown in the works a few weeks ago which threatened that ecosystem. Some of you may have already seen this via the community post that was published or via the update on Patreon, but the unfortunate news is that I was recently laid off from my job. We did have loose contingency plans for this eventuality, as my occupation was in technology, a very volatile industry over the past few years, but it's never nice when it actually happens. Part of the reason we always kept Final Fantasy Union as a side hustle was that we have our own financial commitments, like a mortgage, general household bills, and looking after our children. Those were our life choices though. We never wanted there to be any pressure for the channel to succeed. Ultimately, it was just a fun hobby that ended up becoming pretty big, and we've used the funds to reinvest. We're proud that we've given people the opportunity to earn money by writing scripts and editing videos about Final Fantasy and doing community initiatives like the pub quizzes. But with me no longer having a separate salary, things are going to be required to change. My immediate concern is attempting to find a new job, but everything is super competitive right now as many people are in the same situation as me. It's why we want to try and turn this into a positive, and that means dedicating my time towards Final Fantasy Union, with the hope of helping it fulfill its potential even more than it already has. In just a few moments, I will run through what this looks like as a thorough plan, but some of this has already started to manifest. We've been producing content in different formats, which has promoted the channel to new audiences. And this will help to try and maximize YouTube as a revenue generator. But what everything needs is stability. And the crux of the matter is, without that stability, Final Fantasy Union becomes difficult. That then brings us onto Patreon and YouTube memberships. We mentioned in the Carbuncle Evolutions video that currently only around 0.05 of our regular viewers are subscribed to either of those platforms combined. Just raising this to 0.1% would make a huge difference. For just $3 per month, you gain access to an array of perks such as early access to videos ad-free and your name in the credits. And if you feel as though that's something you're able to do, then you can find a link to our Patreon and YouTube memberships below, or you can just click on the join button. If not, then that's perfectly fine. Watching and interacting with our videos also helps to sustain the channel, just in a different way. So what is the immediate plan for the channel based around all of this? What are you buying into by supporting Final Fantasy Union? Well, the plan is to plow all of my time into some big, meaty projects and hope they pay off. First is the next book. This will have a focus on the amazing summons that have graced the franchise ever since Final Fantasy III. It will document their history through lore, inspirations, and application. I'm also working with a host of unannounced artists who will be creating their own interpretations of fantastic summons like Bahamut, Shiva, and Ifrit. Progress has been going well, and I'm hoping to start talking about the upcoming crowdfunding campaign next month. Second, the next timeline. We took a huge risk when working on our extensive timeline series of Final Fantasy VIII because it was a huge time investment and we had no idea how people would react. But the response was incredible. Planning has already therefore started on the next timeline series, and I'm excited to share that it will be focused on Final Fantasy Tactics. The format of delivery, however, will be changing. Last time we worked on the series as we went, but for Tactics, we'll be working on producing it as one big collective project. By taking this approach, we plan to make the whole series available day one to anyone who is supporting the channel on Patreon or YouTube memberships. If you aren't able to do so, the series will still be released publicly, but it will now have a static release cadence, so you won't have to wait an unspecified period of time before getting to watch the next part. Third, we have development histories. After working our way through the 8-bit and 16-bit entries of the Final Fantasy franchise, we're excited to have landed on Final Fantasy VI. That video is now in full production, and it should be out within the next few weeks. After that, it's full steam ahead into the PlayStation era, where we will first explore Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy Tactics. Next, we have the ranking of every major Final Fantasy. After we published our worst and best rated Final Fantasy game videos according to our community, there were countless questions about when the full results were going to be shared. This is in the works, and we're aiming to have it published before the end of March. It's going to be a big video though, probably between 2 to 4 hours in length. The fifth initiative is then Evolutions. As we've already evidenced, we are planning to produce more evolution videos throughout this year. We ended up last year with the Samurai job evolutions and started this year with the Carbuncle summon. Expect to see another job-based evolution soon, along with our next mega evolution, which will be focused on ultimate weapons. Now to break down what's changing about Patreon and YouTube memberships. On the Patreon side, there are now 4 tiers available. Adventurer, which is $3 per month, gets early access to videos often 2 to 4 days in advance, ad-free. Your name is in the videos, and you get access to an exclusive Discord channel. Our next tier, which is the most popular, gets everything before that. Plus, they'll get access to the podcast when it returns, voting rights on upcoming videos, the ability to suggest videos for us to produce and have them be made, and audio-only versions of long-form content. Scholars then get all of this, plus historical archives, as we'll upload old scans from Japanese magazines and translations. And then there's the Young Unite tier, and people on this get video shoutouts, quarterly catch-ups with me to talk about the future of the channel, and a special role on Discord. With YouTube memberships, you'll also get early access on videos and your name in the credits. But you'll get special emojis that can be used in the comments on videos and in live streams when I do them. As mentioned, this video is all about trying to turn this horrible news into a positive. And we hope you're excited about what's possible with the future of the channel. If you're able to help, you can find out more at patreon.com/ffunion or by clicking on the join button above. Either way though, thank you for all the support you've given over the last 8 years, and hopefully will continue to give. Long may this franchise continue to bring joy to all of us.